repeat that.
YouTube needs to do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Don't they? Come on.
Repeat it. What's up, everybody? Andrew's back, and today we're working on his coolant temperature sensor. No, we're not. His coolant temperature sensor isn't working properly, so the fan's not turning on. So we're actually just going to wire the fan directly, and then he's going to replace the coolant
And the brakes.
sensor later, yeah. And then we're going to do it his front pads and rotors. And Jack's here.
Hi.
Okay, so we're taking his front bumper off because he's got some fog light wiring in there that's not being used. And we're going to use that to power the fan and turn the fan on and off. So to take the front bumper off, you have these clips up here, up top. And then I believe from the factory they have 2 zip ties in the corners. And you just cut those, and that's it. That's all that's holding the bumper on from Honda, right?
From the factory.
Yeah, that's how they come. So we're going to go ahead and take that apart and get the bumper off, and then take a look at his fog light wiring. You know, if you were working a little bit, you wouldn't be so cold.
Yeah.
So in his wiring harness for the fog lights, it goes into here, which goes into the fender. So we found a wire inside his car that we believe is for it, but we have to do a continuity test. He's going to show you the wire.
Yeah, so this wire right here was going to the back, and it was going to this switch that was in this hole. And I'm assuming that that's what the fog lights were running to. So that's what we're going to test, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. All right, so this is the relay. So we're going to test continuity between the relay and that wire in there. We have this super long wire that we're going to use and a multimeter to do that. So I'm just going to untape this relay and then unplug it so we can test the wire. Okay, so we bridged these right here. So the power is going to the signal wire to turn on the fog lights, and that wire in there is not getting power, but these are on, meaning the previous owner wired the switch wire to these lights. So yeah, we just have to cut the wire going to that one and wire it inside and then wire a switch to it. So we have it bridged a different way now. And if we hook up the test light here, it's slipping. If we want to test the fog light wiring, you can see that they have power right now. So that means the whole fog light harness is working, so we can use this to hook up the fan. So now, we're just going to come over here and cut this wire. And then this is the wire that we're going to use to wire into the car. So we're just going to pull all the wiring out and put the bumper back on. Actually, no, we'll probably leave the... I don't know what we're going to do. Going on now is we cut this. Here's our signal wire. I don't know if I'm going to run it from here yet or from down there. But we have our power and our ground here. We had to run a separate ground because this is not only the ground for the fan, but it's also going to be the ground for the relay. So that's why these are spliced together. And we're just going to put a connector right here. And these 2 connectors are going to plug into the OEM fan connector,
Which is right here.
Ground it either here or over here.
So he got the fan all spliced and wired for that, and he's just doing the ground, which he put here, and he's now wiring the wire that we're going to put into the interior to the switch.
Yep, so we just need this to go to the switch, and then the another wire from the switch to the fuse box, and then that's it. We're done, and the fan's wired up.
All right, so Nick just cut the wire and he ran it through from the bottom there. You can see it's coming from the hole right there, and then I'll show you in the engine bay where we ran it. He's just wiring it to the switch right now to make sure it works. He has it right from where the relay wiring is. He has it spliced right here, and it just goes into that hole at the bottom there with the wideband wiring and something else too.
So we got this wire here. It's a 3-wire switch, but I'm gonna see if it'll work with just 2 wires. Underneath in the fuse box on Hondas, in the top of the fuse box, you can plug stuff in. So right up there you can see like where this wire is plugged in. You can plug stuff in up there. And that's what we're gonna use to wire up the fan. Okay, so we have this wired. This is a 12 volts all the time, and this goes up here. We're gonna kind of zip tie it all back there, and then this is gonna be our ground wire. This is for the LED inside of the switch, but right now as is the switch works, so if we turn it on, you'll hear the fan kick on. So you can hear the fan. It's one of those Sun fans. They're pretty loud. So you just gotta wire this up, and then this. We'll show you the finished product with the switch inside of here. Alright, so everything is all back together now. We got some wires hanging down there that kind of need to be hidden, but that's left over from other stuff. So now if we turn this on, the fan's on, and now he'll have adequate cooling while his temperature sensor is broken. And I think after he replaces the temperature sensor, he's still just going to leave the fan like this so he can control it. Because he would rather do that than have it come on with the thermostat. So we're all good now. Got a wired up fan. He's just electrical taping the connector because it's got some exposed stuff, and I'd rather not get water in there.
Ground to the rest of the wires, just so that.
Okay.
Yeah, see. Just to make this look a little better than it did.
So yeah, it's just a factory fog light wiring kit. Well, not factory, but like an eBay fog light wiring kit that was already in the car.
There you go.
Here's the relay for it, and there's a fuse too. So the fan's fused, and there's a relay, so the switch doesn't have the power for the fan running through it, which will keep the switch from burning up. And
then he's got the 2 connectors going into there.
Yep, 2 connectors
Which
going
I just
into the
taped
plug.
up, and then that's how the switch works. So
pretty good. So we're gonna call it here, guys. It's getting late. He got the wrong brakes. He has like DX brakes on here. They're like the 9-inch brakes. He thought he had the bigger ones. So we're gonna have to do a swap to make those pads and rotors work, which he should have anyway because he's got so much power. So we'll do the EX brake upgrade or Integra brakes. I guess whatever we find at the junkyard is what we'll end up putting on.
either way, we still have to do the rear too. I still have to do rear disc brakes. So either way, the whole car needs full brakes.
Yeah. So I mean, if it comes down to it, before we get a chance to get new brakes, you can just like put some shitty like $20 pads on there.
Yeah.
Just keep those rotors, because we're gonna call it for tonight. Make sure if you like the video, give us a thumbs up.
Subscribe for more, guys.
There you go. Subscribe. And that's it. All right. Thanks for watching.
Peace out.
Peace.
Just wanna be careful.